Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day on my lap. I have a hamster. Oh, there we go. She was backing up, and I didn't want her to fall. This is little Saber slash Cream. She is a cutie. A couple of my hamsters. Oh, don't chew on that. A couple of my hamsters are awake. Dumpsters. See, that's why I gave him the secondary name of Dumpster to go with his actual name of Dust Mop. But Dust Mop is awake and wandering around and digging those, so I didn't want to bother him. But when I slid her lid back to see how she was doing, she was awake. So I made some noise and she came out to investigate what the noise was. And now I've got her up here so that you can see her. And she's a cutie. So I'm going to put her back in her cage. And then she can go and just be a hamster. I mean, she's being a hamster now, but she can be a hamster in safety, and quiet, and dark. There we go. She is an absolutely awesome little hamster. They all are. Gojira is inside of her mason jar down there. She is asleep. Dr. Snurf, across there, against the wall, he's asleep. Little Figmo, down there, he's asleep. But Dust Mop and Saber were up and running around. So, yay! They're good little hamsters. Rodents are awesome. Even rats. I like rats. Sewer rats and wild rats, they're fine animals, just not pets. So don't make a pet out of a sewer rat or anything like that. But domesticated and white rats and laboratory rats and all that. Well, you wouldn't want a laboratory rat, but they've been bred for non-craziness, so thumbs up for that. By craziness, I mean, of course, just bite and then run away to escape and live again, which is fine. I mean, it's a good survival technique. Definitely a thumbs up. A good thing. Past that, though, still just surviving. I did not go walkies last night. It was not... Well, it was hot, except it wasn't hot. Unfortunately, with the duplex here, it gets hot up here. Really, really hot. It wasn't hot outside. It wasn't hot downstairs, but you come upstairs and it's hot. And I don't have my heater turned on. All I have in here is just my computer equipment. And I got a fan out there. So we don't know what's making it always so hot up here. So fun, life is life. One of the reasons I end up falling asleep, because I've been falling asleep sometimes for like a half hour, sometimes 45 minutes lately, because it just gets so bloody hot upstairs and in this room with nothing running aside from me and my computer system, which all that gives off a lot of waste heat, especially computers. So could be a large part of it, not sure. I mean, could be a lot of things. Could be partly the duplex house on the other side. Could be just it's radiant heating. We've always got issues with that. It could be always set to go, hey, 65, but to make it 65, we need to pump out this much and you don't need the heater going on during the summertime during the day. So, yay. Still, life is life. I mean, it's not so hot that it's like cooking or anything. It's just, if I turn my box fan off in the window, it gets really, really, really hot. Like right now, I'm pretty bloody hot and I don't really have anything but my computer running. But then I am also wearing 2 shirts, so probably after recording this, I'll end up taking this one off just because I feel so warm right now. Thumbs up for that. So just thinking about this, that, and the other, I actually had my therapy session yesterday with my therapist instead of on Thursday, because Thursday, that was the day that after recording for 20 minutes, it crashed and burned, lost my vlog, and then had to reboot and do a whole bunch of stuff just to be able to record anything at all. So I was really late and behind, and though it was just a bad day on Thursday, so I just called him up and said, look, I'm really, really late. I'm behind. I'm pissed off. Can we reschedule? And so we rescheduled it for yesterday. It was an online thing because, of course, I can't drive there right now. But we looked up lots of information. I got more numbers to call, more people to contact to try and get help. And so we're going to do what we can that way. And that's a good thing. Definitely a good thing. So here's hoping. And at the very least, I really, really, really should try giving, like, there's, I think Patty Murray is like, I can't remember who, senator or what is it, governor? Not governor, that's Jay Inslee. Whatever the representative or House of Representatives or Senate or whatever, I can't remember, but she's been in one of those people that's been in forever in Washington State, but she helps veterans a lot. So really, I should even try giving their office a call and seeing what they can do to help, because maybe they can. It would be awesome. Past that, though, as stated, because of the heat and other things, still not walking as often. Still walking. I had walked the 6 miles to Walmart and back the day before, but last night I stayed in. I played video games. Why was the phrase watched videos so difficult to say? And I watched videos. I ended up sitting for a very long time because my day was so late yesterday and I wanted to get a song mutilation done. And it was very difficult because right at the time that I was starting at about 4 o'clock, my housemates decided that they wanted to do some work outside, and so the radio was blaring. And so I could not record because they had the radio blaring. Now, I wasn't going to go down there and get upset or angry because they were washing my minivan. I mean, they drive it 98% of the time right now. Because right now I don't have gas to go driving it outside of Shelton. And inside Shelton, everything is pretty much close enough for me to walk to. It's only when I have to go to like the food bank because I'm carrying stuff. Or going, if I have to buy like a bag of potatoes, and I'll drive to Walmart then because I can't carry a 20-pound bag of potatoes for 3 miles. That is just beyond my capabilities. So there are times that I will drive in town, just not often. And then, of course, if I have to go outside of town, then I take the car. But past that, they drive my minivan every day. And so they were outside washing it. They did a really good job. It looks really nice. So I'm not going to go down there and go, hey, you can't be doing this. I'm trying to do that, while they're also out there washing my vehicle. I mean, they did it so that it would be nice for them. Life is life. But as long as it still runs, works, looks nice and all that, like I say, I don't mind sharing my vehicle and helping people out. That's fine. That's okay. I don't mind doing that. It's just, of course, I still got to be able to drive it too. Still working on ideas, on stories, still working on stuff, just hoping if I can get to the point that I can get back on medications. If I can get back on antidepressants, that will help a lot, giving me energy so I'll be able to write. The bad part about antidepressants, of course, is they're mood stabilizers. And that is good and bad. The good is, my depression is on a 2-week cycle and goes wham, and then scrapes through the dirt and the grime until it comes back up after 2 weeks. And then I'm all right, and then wham, and scrape. It drags it up, so it's more like, hey, we're going in a blip. Oh, we're doing good, blip. Nah, we're doing fine, blip. The problem with that, of course, is when you have great happiness, it goes, oh, I'm a blip. Blip. It evens everything out. Goods and bads. So, yay? Now, I've been on antidepressants most of my life, so it's not a big deal. I don't mind that. So I hope I can get to a situation where I can start buying my meds again, because I need to get testosterone shots. When my testosterone level gets too low for too long, my immune system bottoms out. And I don't want to start getting cellulitis again. Because toward the end, when I was getting cellulitis bad before I started taking testosterone shots, I almost died several times from cellulitis. I mean, I'd end up in the hospital every time on multiple series of high-power antibiotics to knock those out. I don't want to go back to that. So I need to get to a situation where I can buy the medicines that I need. So here's hoping things will get better. On the other hand, I can't remember how much I talked about this. The housing situation in Shelton is bad. I mean, my brother-in-law, they had to give up their brother-in-law's family. They have guardianship of my 2 children because my wife and I were too sick to take care of them. And then after she died, I wasn't going to be able to do it on my own. So ever since my daughter has been like 4 years old, and then my son has been like 2, they've been taken care of by my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law. They had to give up their house because it was falling apart and they couldn't take care of it. They're in bad health situations now too. Thank goodness my children are almost 18. But they were in a rental home and they lost their rental home. And there's no places to rent in Shelton. There's no place to go to. Housing is weirdly very critical in Shelton, and I don't understand why. So thumbs up for that. So I've got to be able to move and be able to find a place to move and then find a way to move. Since after all, I can't remember if I talked about this the other day. You know, I don't know how people do this. You'll see people that are like renting U-Hauls for like $20, and they advertise you can rent a U-Haul for $20 a day. Every single time I've gone in, when I'm done filling out the paperwork and doing all the forms, it's $200. How do people just walk in and get a $20 U-Haul when it's advertised as $20? Because in Washington State, every single time when I have filled out the required paperwork, it's been $200 after all the fees, insurances, and such like that. I don't have $200 to rent a U-Haul. Ugh. So somehow, some way, but right now there's things I've got to do and people I've got to talk to and find a place, because hokey smokes. Yay! Then of course there's a couple smaller towns around Shelton, and most of these smaller towns around Shelton have very poor reputations in Shelton itself. Like there's one, I think it's McClintock or McCleary, or there's probably a McClintock and a McCleary, both smaller towns outside Shelton. And Shelton's small. We have under 10,000 people. These are really small places. And most of them have reputations of being like inbred and meth dens and such like that. And so it was really weird the other day when I was out walking and I was hearing these people talking about how they were so tired of being in Shelton and they wanted to go to some place good again. Well, they wanted to go back to McCleary. And I was like, so I'm hearing that and thinking about all the stuff I've heard about the various places around town, and it's like, boy, if you want to go back to like that place, that must be really bad. So, yay, small town life. I mean, I used to live in a big town, Bellingham, Washington. When I left, like 2005 is when, well, 2002 is when I got married. 2003, oh, there's a spider on my back wall. 2003 is when I moved from Bellingham, Washington to, I forgot the name of the small town, Blaine, Washington. Bellingham was like 100,000 people, and it's always been, like 40,000 and growing since I was a kid. So it has been really weird, different, and acceptable, at least, to live in small towns for the past 10 plus years. Is really weird. I'm still not used to it. I like bigger places, but it's not an ugly spider. In fact, it's really cute the way it's running up on the wall. So I hope it's going to be okay. Though, of course, every spider that I've ever gotten attached to has always been killed and eaten by another traveling spider. So cute as it is, I can't create some sort of parasocial relationship with it, or I'm just going to be disappointed again when something eats it in front of my eyes. So, yeah. Anyway, I've opened up 24 hours with the comments, my community tab. I'm going to go through it. Thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward, but when I do, I will thumbs up each one I do, answer as many as I can, but for right now, I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Good, bad, indifferent comment. The fact is you left a comment. You took the time and the calories to leave a comment. Thank you very, very much. It is appreciated. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that. And even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my fibromyalgia, depression, brain damage from my alcoholism, and so much more, my memory is terrible. It's 1,000% better than it used to be, and it's still getting better all the time. But compared to somebody else's memory, whoo! So let me call it my Chrome, because still I foolishly use Chrome. Catherine Mercury, thank you very, very much. And Churro Crudo, greatly appreciated. Ice Damon, good to see you in the comments. Denial, thumbs up and thank you. Kieran Slipknot Iowa fan, I'm very sorry for your kitty. Ninja Nation, thumbs up and thank you. And Mad Man, greatly appreciated. Original Dawn, thumbs up and thank you. Aaron Doe, greatly appreciated. Sports 23/7, you need an hour to sleep. So that makes sense. Thank you very, very much. A Close, greatly appreciated. Sebastian Ferris, thumbs up and thank you. And Kathy Kitscat, it is good to be doing better. I hope you can continue to eat and then not have all those issues that you had before. Surgery is awful, but it's so much better after you're done. Big Frogums, thumbs up and thank you. And Jessica Nordstrom, thumbs up and thank you. We have MK Usaka 1613. If I ever pronounce that improperly, please let me know. I like to do it properly for you. And Peeper McBeeper, thumbs up and thank you. I like your name. Frank 450, greatly appreciated. Riddle _ C4G, thumbs up and thank you. And then we have Isuran, ISOO Ron, thumbs up and thank you. And then we have Merrily Kashiro, thumbs up and thank you so very, very much. Adrian Bryan, I don't know how many subscribers he has right off the top of my head. I've been trying to shout him out as much as I could. He was trying to get to 1,000 before the end of August. I have no ideas, but I certainly hope he at least got close. Turquoise Cheetah, thumbs up and thank you so very, very much. Brian Glenn, greatly appreciated. And last but not least, we have Conspo Lopez. Thumbs up and thank you all so very, very much. Greatly appreciated. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Thumbs up and thank you so very, very much. If you can check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people. I still have to work on updating the list. Hopefully I'm not going to fall asleep today and I can get that done. Now, if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence, a definite thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. A very good thing. That may just be another 10, 20 years, but point being. Anyway, I've got this video, and then I got a game video coming up, and then likely that's it. I got physical work I got to get done. I got to get my room vacuumed. Oh, I got hamster bedding everywhere, so yay. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very, very good thing. There are like 10 seconds left, and You know, I could just stretch it or not, or, well, hopefully you watch to the end.